Am I audible now, guys? Students are online. Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Yes, am I audible now? Yes. So as I was saying, yesterday, if I have to give a quick recap, we learned about one concept called as concatenation, where we understood how to attach two strings together and form a new string. Concatenation can be done by the programmer in two ways, using plus operator and using one method called as concat. Yes, concatenation can be done using two values, or what we call as literals, or using two references also, but ultimately concatenation only. But memory wise, lot of changes happen, which I had explained to you, correct or not? Then I think we had also explored why a string is actually called as immutable. You can't change it. Even if you try, you can't change, because they have not allowed you to access characters directly in strings. Index of operator only is not there. Yes or no? Then we also understood that there are four ways to compare strings. In that we looked at the fourth and final way called as compare to, where you can compare character by character. Do you remember all this? Okay. So now from where I have stopped, I am going to continue. Today I will be shifting and speaking about a new type of string which can actually be changed or mutated. Okay. But before that, one thing which is asked nowadays very, very commonly in interviews is, let me just bring Eclipse here for your reference. What are they asking, sir? You may ask. Okay. Watch this. One moment. Okay. So here, let us assume I will create one string like this. Tap Academy. I'll give this a reference. I'll call it as yes. Yes is going to be of type string. Clear? Now 100% any string created using string class is immutable or cannot be changed. Also, everybody sitting in this classroom knows that in Java, strings are actually treated as objects. They're treated as objects. And every object has two parts, what it has and what it does. Ultimately, does part means methods. Yes or no? And these methods, which is there inside every string object, are called as built-in methods of strings. They are only called as built-in methods. Because I didn't create, you didn't create, they have created, I am just using it. And to be precise, we have seen many built-in methods. If you remember, equals is one built-in method, equals ignore case is one built-in method, concat is another built-in method, compare to is another built-in method, compare to ignore case, that is another built-in method. So which means at least 5 methods we have seen. But there are many more built-in methods inside this which Java people have given you so that you can perform different operations on this string. Okay. What, sir? What exactly have they given us? I will show you. But before that, let me just represent the string for you. Okay. So I am just showing the string like this, wherein I have T followed by A, P, A, C, A, D, E, M and Y. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 characters are there and references yes. Okay. Now listen to me. In interviews they will ask you, can you name some built-in methods in strings? So already 5 methods you know, but you must know much more than that. At least 10 to 12 methods you must know. Okay. 100% it is impossible for a student to remember all methods. But at least memory, he or she should remember 10 to 12 methods. Okay. Now I am showing you all the important ones. Watch it. Let us assume, I want to now convert this string into all uppercase. I want to convert it to all uppercase. How to do, sir? Very simple. Watch it. I will just tell yes dot. I will go inside the object. Many methods are there. There is one method called as to uppercase. What this will do is, it will now take this string. This string cannot be changed because it is immutable. So it will create a brand new string for me where everything will be in uppercase. Understood? Whatever string it has created, I'll just directly print it. So I will put it inside system.out.println. I'm just directly printing it. Understood? Now if in case I just execute it, clearly you can see it is all in uppercase. But tell me, has this string changed or is it a brand new string? Always remember, the original string cannot change because it is immutable. If I print it, that is still same only. Am I clear? If I give a reference to this, I can use it. If I don't give a reference, garbage collector would have deallocated. Clear, friends? Okay. Next what, sir? Next what means? Now tell me, if you have uppercase, 100% you should also have lowercase. Correct or not? If in case I execute, it is all in lowercase. Okay, sir. Next what? Next what means? Tell me. Let us assume I want to know what is the size of this string, number of characters. How many characters are there? 10 characters. How to find that? Very simple. I will tell yes dot and there is a method called as length. If I execute it, clearly you can see 10. Now please understand, in arrays also length is there, in strings also length is there. But where students go wrong is, in arrays, length is a variable. In strings, length is a method. Always remember this difference. In array, it is a variable. You will tell yes dot length. But in strings, it is a method. Clear till here? Okay, sir. Next what? Next what means, please understand. Now, let us assume one more method I want. For example, I want this A. Tell me, how can I access a character inside a string? Which method? Char at method. Yesterday I have shown you. So I will just go here and I will tell yes dot character at. Character at which index? Third index. If in case I execute, you got it. Now let us assume you want reverse. You know character. You want index. Here you gave index. You got character. I will give character. Give me index. How, sir? For that also there is a built-in method, friends. I will just go here and I will tell yes dot index of. Index of. Index of which character? A. If I execute it, 100% it is telling index is 3. Built-in methods, all these. Okay, sir, next what? Next, let us assume I want some other method. Okay. Now, what I want to do is, I want to now check whether this string starts with TAP, starts with tab. Clear? How to do that? Very simple. I will tell yes dot and there is a method called as starts with. Within double quotes I will tell check if it starts with tab. If I execute, it will tell true. Let us assume I make this as small t. Tell me, does it start with small t? No. If in case I execute, it says false. Understood? Okay, sir. If starts with is there, naturally there must be something called as ends with. I want to check whether it ends with EMY. You can check MY, you can check Y, you can check ADMY, your wish. I am checking whether it ends with EMY. How to check, sir? Simple. I will tell system.out.println yes dot ends with EMY like this. And if I execute, it will tell me true. Clear? Okay, sir. What if I want to check whether the string has occurred neither in the starting nor at the ending. Something in between I want to check. How to do that? It's quite simple. You can just tell system.out.println yes dot contains. There is a method called as contains. Contains what, sir? ACCD like this. Now if I execute, clearly you can see it tells true. If it is not there, false. Yes, sir. Understood this also, sir. Next what? Next what means? Let us assume I now also want to do something like this. Let us assume if I tell yes dot, watch this, yes dot index of, and if I tell A. Now can you logically think an answer? What do you think it will give as the output? 1 or 5? Always when you tell index of, automatically it will give you the first occurrence, which is 1. Correct or not? And 100%, if in case I execute it, clearly you can see it is giving the answer as 1. But what if I want the last index of A? What is the last index? 5. Very simple. For that also there is a method. The name of the method is last index of. Last index of which character? A. If I execute correctly, it has given me answer as. Now some of you will be like, sir, what if there was one more A in between both? See, for example, I'll go here, change this also to small a. Now this is first, this is last, this is middle. Now how will I get that A, sir? Now some of you will be like, sir, middle index of, all that is not there. I hope you are able to understand. See, please understand friends, these are built-in methods. Now, as a programmer, if there is already a method which is able to give you whatever expectation you have, you use it. But if you have an expectation which there is no built-in method for, it is your job to now code it. It is your job to code it. You should write a logic, you should create a method where you will pass which character it should search for. Also you put a comma and give it one more input, which occurrence you want. First occurrence, second occurrence, third, fourth, you give. Understood? If everything was there built-in methods, then why will someone pay you salary? What is your job? You should also do some coding or not. Is why for each and every one of these methods that I am showing you, I will also teach you how to write logic from scratch. Please understand, if you go to any interview in Java, if they ask you a question on strings, they will ask you, do you know about built-in methods? You will say yes. They'll ask, do you know how to convert to uppercase? You will say to uppercase. Then they'll be like, okay boss, don't use built-in to uppercase. You now go and type the logic for to uppercase. Use your function, don't use that. 99% people will fail there. I will understand. You write the logic for starts with, ends with, contains, last index, index, everything I'll teach you, don't worry. But is this much clear to all of you? Oh, fine sir, next what? Next what means, let me see. Now, let me see, is there anything else which, something that you can remember now? Okay, or whatever other methods are there, while in the programming class as you use, I will teach you, but I'm just saying, is there anything that you should know right now? Okay, doesn't matter. Now, one more method that compulsorily you should know about is, let us assume friends, from this original string, I want to create a smaller string called as academy. Creating a smaller string from a larger string is called as a substring. What is it called as? Substring. Clear? Now sir, how to create that substring, sir? Very simple. Yes dot. I will tell substring like this. And you should tell from which index do you want to create that substring from. Tell me from which index should I create? Third index. I will go here and tell 3. If you tell 3, automatically it will start at the third index and it will go till the last index. Am I clear? And if in case I were to go here and execute it, you can see academy. Clear till here? Sir, what if I want only acad, sir? I want only acad. I don't want academy. Then please understand, I'll go here and tell system.out.println yes dot substring only. But this time I will use a different version of substring, which will take starting index also, ending index also. Tell me what is the starting index? 3. Tell me what is the ending index? 6. Now 3 comma 6 I told, but if I execute it, what did you get? A, C, A. D did not come. Why, sir? Because in this method, starting index is included, ending index is excluded. Inclusive, exclusive. Basically what it is telling is, boss, if you tell 6, I will stop at 5. If you tell 7, I will stop at 6. Which means if you want a CAD, tell me what should I change it to? 7. Just give 1 extra, so it will stop 1 behind. And now if in case I execute it, clearly one can notice you have got a CAD. Clear till here? So that way 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 methods you have learned. Plus 5 methods you already have seen. So put together 15 built-in methods you are able to keep at the back of your mind. Clear? Now the good news for you is there may be many more methods, but no need to remember, because if you don't know, let me just show it to you. In Eclipse, there is this feature where you can do something like this. If you just go and tell yes dot, I think you would have seen, Eclipse only will suggest what and all are the built-in methods. Clear? So you can just go here and you can only read. Okay, for example, contains. What does contains do? Returns true if and only if the string contains the specified sequence of values. It takes the sequence as input. It returns true if the string contains the sequence, false otherwise. It will give you a description. Reading that you can use. That's how developers use. Otherwise how? How to remember? Because in Java there are so many libraries, packages. There are tens and thousands of classes. In every class you have hundreds of methods. How can a programmer remember everything? That is why you have a software called as an IDE, Integrated Development Environment, which does all this for you. Am I clear? Now people have gone one more step and they have now used artificial intelligence to create something called as co-pilots. Yes? In a flight, you have a pilot and you have a co-pilot. Co-pilot is not the fellow who is flying. Co-pilot is the fellow who is helping. I hope you understand. The main thing is always in the hands of the pilot. Similarly, using that concept, they have created, using AI, they have introduced something called as co-pilots. Example, GitHub has created something called as GitHub Copilot. If you have GitHub Copilot installed, of course it's not free, you should pay some $10 per month, which is approximately 800, 900 rupees you should pay. If you pay that, then what will happen is, this Copilot will help you. If you can, now how development happens is, let us assume you want to code something, you can just, let me just bring this back here. Now you can say something like this. You can just put a comment. Of course, here I don't have Copilot installed. And you can say, create a method to reverse a string. Like this if you tell. Based on whatever comment you have given, it will generate some code. Now you can read that code and see whether you want to use it or you don't want to use it. I hope you understand. So, earlier, developers had to go and read something called as documentation. Yes? Where for every method, the fellow who created the method would have written comments as to what the method does. Example, if I go to this substring method, see if I open it, they would have given you one description. This is only called as documentation. Comments. It is telling returns a string that is a substring of this string. The substring begins with a character at the specified index. Examples they would have given you, parameters, what it returns, what exception it throws, and then they would have given you the method. This is called as documentation. I hope you are able to understand. Every single developer does this in companies. In companies, if you write 5 lines of code, you should at least write 10 lines of documentation. Otherwise, they will not allow it. I hope you will understand. Why, sir? Because you are not a permanent employee of the company. Yes? Today you are working, 2 years later you will jump. You will shift jobs. One new developer will come. How should he know, boss, what your code is doing? How should he know? Yes? So when the new developer comes, he will read the documentation. Hope you understand? And he will be like, oh, this is what it is doing. That is why even if developers change, project continues. And if project should continue, documentation is important. Am I clear? And one of the things which developers used to hate doing in life was preparing documentation. Yes or no? Now, using AI, all you need to do is, you just need to select your method. Right click, one option will come, generate documentation. Click on it, it will generate all this. I hope you are able to understand. So as days is going by, development, which was supposed to be one of the hardest things to do, is becoming easier and easier and easier. So much so that I feel in the next 5 to 6 years, 90% of development will happen in English. You are not going to write Java code. You are not going to write JavaScript code. You are going to speak in English. It is going to generate the code. Understood? So that is why I am saying, for any person who doesn't just look at development as something which they need to learn so that some salary they will get, but as a tool to bring your ideas to life. What is development? You have an idea, you can bring it to life. Understood? Anyone who looks at development as a tool to bring their vision to reality, such people will be able to generate any kind of software using the power of AI. Are you able to understand? So this is very, very important. Am I clear? That is why I am saying, don't just theoretically learn things. No use. Think practically. Try to build things. It could be something very small, but people who build are the people who prosper. Am I clear till here? Okay. Fine. If this much is clear to each and every one of you, then let me proceed further. Now, see, when you go to the interview and they ask you, can you name some built-in methods in strings? Now don't say, sir, why should I remember, sir? I'll go to Eclipse and tell dot, Eclipse will remember. They will kick you out. Please understand. Okay? So, in the interview, at least you should be able to remember some 5 to 10 methods. These are easy methods to remember. Am I clear till here? Yes, sir, we have understood. So, friends, now, next what I would like to show you is, see, in your LMS, when you go back, I would have uploaded 3 videos, okay, which I am just trying to show to you. These 3 videos will be there in your LMS, which everybody compulsorily should watch. What are these 3 videos, sir? You can see string built-in functions 1, string built-in functions 2 and 3. 3 videos will be there. If you go to the string built-in functions 1, I have in-depth taught each and every method. For example, how does 2 uppercase work? What is the logic? How do you convert lowercase to uppercase, uppercase to lowercase? And if you see, small a is 97, capital A is 65. So if you convert 97 to 65, small will become upper. Yes or no? If you convert 65 to 97, uppercase will become lowercase. That's all it is. And how to convert 97 to 65? Subtract 32. How to convert 65 to 97? Add 32. This is the logic. Are you able to understand? Now, how is it that you are going to take an array? Using a loop, go character by character. Take every character, convert it into uppercase, store it inside a new string. This is the logic of 2 uppercase. Am I clear? In depth, step by step, I have already taught you. You can see. So, every single step, how it works, how to write the code. This if you cannot do, don't expect to really get a job in Java, because I told you 90% of questions are on which concept? Arrays and strings. Clear? Similarly, if you notice, how to write the logic for index of. What is the logic? Yes, built-in method is there, but how are you going to write the logic for index of? Everything I have explained. Make sure you are going and checking it out. Okay? So, every last index of what is the logic? Trim method. Now, what is trim method, you may ask? For example, you have a string like that. There are some spaces before, there are some spaces after. How to trim? Trailing spaces and I think, what is the other word? Trailing and, okay, anyways, sorry. Old age, not able to remember. Point is spaces which come before, spaces which comes after. How to remove spaces. Am I clear? That is trim method. Yes, built-in method is there, but you should be able to write the logic. I hope you are able to understand. Any student who goes and watches these 3 videos, their logical ability to use strings is going to significantly improve. Equals method. You are given 2 strings. How will you check whether it is equal or not? Yes, we are using s1 dot equals s2, but how to use it? So, these things is what I want everyone to make sure you are going. Starts with what is the logic? Ends with what is the logic? Contains what is the logic? Replace what is the logic? So, please, everything I have solved. It now ultimately comes down to how much of, interest you really have towards getting a job. Everything has been provided. Okay. Substring, how it works. Second version of substring, where there are, starting index and ending index, how that works. Everything has been taught. Please, guys, make sure you are going and having a look at all this. Okay. I think that's it pretty much. I have covered everything. Just go and watch it. Okay, sir. Understood. Next what? Now, this concludes everything a student who is learning Java should know about immutable strings. Strings which cannot be modified. Nothing else is left. Clear? Of course, you should be solving at least 140 to 50 programs. That is secondary. Programming class, you will do it. But anyways, now I would like to continue with such strings whose value can actually be changed. Whose value can be changed. What are those strings called as? Mutable strings. Now this is very interesting. Watch it. If you want to create mutable strings in Java, you cannot use string class. That is not the class. There are different classes for that. In fact, there are 2 options. String buffer is one class, string builder is another class. What is the difference? I will show you. But let us assume, like this I will go and tell new. Who gets activated? JVM. I will tell JVM, please create an object of which class? String buffer. And friends, I will not even tell what is the string here. I will leave it empty. Clear? If I do this, please understand, automatically Java is going to go and create a string which has an initial capacity of 16 characters. I repeat, you just told new string buffer. Did you tell what is the string? No. Even if you don't tell, Java would have allocated how much memory for you? 16 characters. 0 to 15 means 16 characters. Okay. Next what, sir? Next what means? I will just go here and give this one reference. I will give this one reference. I will call it as yes. ST, I will call it as. Obviously, ST has to be of type string buffer. And this is only ST. Am I clear till here? Now, what I want to do is, I have 16 characters capacity. Now I want to put characters inside this. How to do it I will show you. But before that, I want to prove to you genuinely that really there are 16 characters. I want to prove this. 16 is the size. Everybody should observe. So because there is an overlap, I'll just write the code a little below. See here, new I will tell, and I'll create an object of a class called as string buffer. I'll give this a reference. I'll call it as st. Next I will come here and I want to print the capacity. What is the capacity? 60. How to print, sir? There are built-in methods. I will tell system.out.println st dot, and there is a method called as capacity. If in case I execute, look at the output. What is the output? 16. So it is proof that there are 16 characters. Okay, sir. Now what will you do, sir? Now what I want to do is, I want to inside this add some characters. Let us assume this is the string I want to put, Java. How to put Java inside this string buffer? Very simple. For everything methods are there, and to add a string you must use a method called as append. What is the name of the method? Append. And to append method I will go, and within double quotes I will tell Java. Clear till here? Now please understand, length of the string is 4, capacity is 60. If you want proof, I will just go here and I will tell system.out.println st. First I will print the string. Next I will tell system.out.println st.length. Understood? If in case I execute, see, capacity 16, the string is Java, length is 4. Clear? Okay, sir. Now, sir, modify this string and show. Only then I will believe that this is mutable. Correct? How to modify means very simple. I will now just go here and I will try to add something to it. How, sir? Like this. I will leave one space and try to add JavaScript like this. Clear? Now if the same string gets modified from Java to Java space JavaScript, is it mutable or immutable? Mutable. Sir, how will you change, sir? Very simple. I will now go here, friends, and in the next line, I'm just reducing the size a little bit so that we have space. Watch this carefully. I'll just go here now and I will tell st dot. How to add, sir? Simple. The method is append. Because you must understand the meaning of append. Append means add to the end. Adding to the end only is called as append. Am I clear? So I will just go here now and I will now within double quotes tell space. Space is also character followed by JavaScript like this. Am I clear till here? After that next line I will print st again. I will print st. Again I will go here and now print its length. Again I will go here and now print its capacity. So try to understand, friends. If I go here and execute, clearly you can see. Let me just show that output clearly to you. You can notice that Java became Java space JavaScript. Length from 4 became 15, but capacity even now is 16. Clear till here? Okay, sir. Which means this is proof to you 100% you are able to change the string, mutable strings. Okay? Okay, sir. Do one thing, sir. I want to change it again. Can you do that, you may ask? 100% you can change it. But some of you will be like, how will you change? Size is, capacity is not enough. Correct or not? For example, let us assume now, I want to add one more string to this. Let us assume I want to add James Gauss. Now, let us assume there is no space here. If I count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. How many characters? 12. But how much space do I have remaining? 1. Obviously, this will not fit. So, if you think that's it, you will not be able to change. You are wrong. Because mutable strings have been designed in such a way that its size will automatically increase. Clear? By how much is the question. How much will the capacity increase by? There is a formula. The formula is that, I'm just showing you, can't store it. Formula is, please understand, the current capacity into 2 plus 2 will become the new capacity. So new capacity is current capacity into 2 plus 2. What is the current capacity? 16. 16 into 2 plus 2, which is nothing but 32 plus 2, 34. So please understand, friends, this string capacity will now increase from 16 all the way till 34. And 0 to 33 means how much? 34. Clear? Now there is more than enough space. There I will store James Gaussian. Clear till here? Now, if you want proof, you must observe the code carefully. If I were to just go here, see here, all of you should observe. I'll go here and I will tell st.append. What to append, sir? First one, space, followed by James Gosling. I will not leave space between James and Gosling because there also I am not sure. I will go here, put semicolon. Next, what will you do, sir? Next, what I will do is, I will copy the same 3 lines and I will paste it again. Now, please understand, when I print st, I should get Java space, JavaScript space, James Gaussian. When I print length, can you tell me what is the length of the string? Very simple. See the last character. Where is it? 27, which means length will be 28. Correct? Tell me, what is the capacity? Capacity is 34. Agreed? Observe. If in case I were to just go, so that you can see it carefully, let me just remove this. If I execute this code, you can see the string has changed. Length is 28, capacity is 34. Now, like this, how many ever times you want, you can keep changing, no issues at all. Now, even if this capacity gets over, automatically it will increase. What is the formula? Current capacity into 2 plus 2. 34 into 2, 68. Plus 2, 70. It will become 70. Like that. Understood what I am saying? Okay. Now, I just want to show that. So, see what I will do is, I will leave a space and I will tell A, B, C, D, E. I will tell A, B, C, D, E. Understood? Now, observe carefully. I will just go here. Sir, how will you change, sir? Simple. S.append. Sorry, st.append. What to append, sir? Space A, B, C, D, E. I will tell. Now try to understand. If I do this, if I copy the same 3 lines, paste it again, just look at the last 3 lines of the output. Java, JavaScript, James Gosling, A, B, C, D. Now length is also 34, capacity is also 34. Now here there is a problem. See what I will do? I will just go here, add one more character, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now my problem is, capacity will not be enough because I need one extra character. For that one extra character, it will increase the capacity to how much? 70. If I execute, look at this carefully, what does the capacity become? 70. Length is 35, capacity is 70. Now, let us assume I am not going to add anything more to the string. That's it, string is over. But my problem is, I need 35 characters. But Java has given me 70 as the capacity. Which means, more than what I need, double it has given me. 35 more characters. Correct? Now think logically and answer. What is the size of a character in Java? 2 bytes. Because what does Java follow? Unicode. 35 into 2 is how much? 70. Which means 70 bytes of memory is now wasted. 70 bytes is wasted. Correct or not? So now what I want to do is, all this extra memory which Java has allocated, I want Java to remove it. I want Java to remove it. And I want it to make the length and the capacity same. I hope you understood. If I have to just visually show it to you, see, like this, I want that extra capacity to be removed. And I want length and capacity to become same. Of course, here I am showing only 28, but in our case it will be 35. Clear? Sir, how to do, sir? There is a method for that also. Everything there is a method. See here, st dot. The name of the method is trim to size. Size means length. What is the length of the string? 35. Trim the capacity and make it equal to the size. Are you able to understand? So, if in case I were to just now go here, see here, I will copy the same 3 lines and I will paste it. If I paste it, I want everyone to observe. This is only the string, but length is 35, capacity is also 35. Trim to size. Am I clear? These concepts are extremely hard to understand if you do not have visualization. Otherwise, how to understand? Am I clear? I hope everybody got the picture. Like that, there are n number of methods. What I want to do now, what I want you to do now is, go back home, open Eclipse, just press st dot. It will suggest so many methods. I want you to explore the different methods. See how the output changes. I want you to check, can you replace a character? Can you replace a series of characters? Understood? For everything methods are there. You must just go, read the description, use it. Because my job is not to spoon feed you everything. My job is to teach you how to learn. Because if I teach you how to learn, you will learn anyways. Am I clear? Please go and try. Okay? Fine, sir. This also we have clearly understood. But sir, you told to create mutable strings, we have 2 options. How many options? 2 options. Option number 1 is called as string buffer, which we have used. Option number 2, watch it, is one more class by the name of string builder. Right side if I make it string builder, left side also I should make it as string builder. Understood? So I have replaced buffer with builder. Everything else I am keeping it as the same. Now let's see if there is any difference in the output. If I execute, initial capacity 16. Then I added Java. Length is 4. Next. This is the modified string. This is length, this is capacity. This is the modified string, length, capacity. This is the modified string, length, capacity. And this is the string after making length and capacity the same. Do you see any difference in the output? Nothing. Which means, what is the difference between string buffer and string builder? Please understand, in 99% of the cases, it makes no difference whether you use string buffer or whether you use string builder. No difference. It is one and the same. You choose. But difference comes in 1% of the times. When you as a programmer decide to use something called as multi-threading. Am I clear? This concept you have not learned yet. There is a concept in Java called as multi-threading. Everything we are learning so far are single-threaded programs. What is a thread? I will separately teach you. Am I clear? But point is, when you use multi-threading, then you should be careful whether you use string buffer or whether you use string builder. Because one of these fellows is suitable for multi-threading. Good choice. One of these fellows is not suitable for multi-threading. Am I clear? So 100%, even if I tell now, you will not be able to understand. But when we teach you multi-threading, there is a concept you will be learning called as a thread safe class. You will be learning a concept called as a thread safe class. That time we will come back and we will see, is string buffer thread safe or is string builder thread safe? You will get an idea. Clear till here? But as of now, for a fellow who is just learning core Java, writing programs, executing, you use buffer builder, makes no difference. In your coding round, you use buffer builder, no difference. In your interview, you use buffer builder, no difference. Output is going to be the same. Clear till here? And this, my friends, 100% concludes everything a student has to understand about strings. What is a string? Types of strings, mutable, immutable, memory, built-in methods, and also, how to use all this we have seen. Clear till here? And I don't think there is anything difficult about this. The difficulty will only start when consistency breaks. That's all. See, I'll tell you, I never, to even a single person in my life, talk as though I am some perfect human being who has everything figured out in life. I am also just like you. I'll also have 101 problems. One thing which I have never been able to do from the day I started a company, because in internet, I don't know, you would have seen these memes, I'm sure you would have also seen. Somebody will be like, I am so tired of working 9 to 5. It's time to now quit my job and start my company. Correct? Why to work for someone else? I'll work for myself. And then after starting the company, they were like, earlier I used to work 9 to 5. Now I work 24/7. Have you seen that meme? Yes? Only once you quit and start your own business, you realize that if a business should become successful, you should give it your everything. 100% of your time, your energy, your commitment. If you don't give, it will not work. Yes or no? Because when you're working in some company, it is you, your job. You finish your job, salary comes to your account, over. Nothing else. How the company is running, where the money is coming from, who is paying the electricity bill, who is paying the rent, none of this matters to you. Because for you, it is just your life. But for the person who is running the company, forget about him. All the employees also he should think about. Yes or no? From every bulb, tube light, AC, electricity bill, rent also he should think about. So what happens is, even when I was working in a company, I had one job. That was my job. After starting my own company only, I realized everything is my job. There has been a point where I only had to sweep and clean the classroom also, because once we constructed this place, class had to start. But that lady who we had hired to come and help us, do the housekeeping, she did not turn up. Now there is only two options. You give a classroom to students with all, sawdust, dust from all the work, etc. Or you only clean and give a classroom. Tell me, one day will you go to your office and clean if nobody is clean? No, but if it is your business, you have to clean. I hope you're able to understand. So the point I'm trying to make here is, one thing which I did not, or I'm not able to do from the day I started the business, is focusing on my health or fitness. Because the big excuse is time. No time. No time to go to the gym. Understood? Or no time to do any yoga or meditation. Nothing. Time is the problem. Now what I have observed is, even if half an hour per day, if you exercise also, it makes a huge difference. Now let us assume, 1 week I went to the gym. Okay, 1 month I went to the gym. First day when you go to the gym, after a long break, what happens? Your entire body starts to ache. Try this out, those who have never gone into the gym. Once you try exercising, first day your entire body, inch will hurt, correct? Second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day. By the time you reach 1 month, it becomes normal, no pain, nothing. You go to the gym, come back. Now let us assume you again stopped for 1 more month. You went back to the gym. Can you directly start with the weight you stopped with? Again you have to restart. Again same pain, same problems, same resistance. Again do it for 1 month. Stop. Again you have to restart. Which means, like a game, when you're playing games in computers, there is an option called as save. You have seen? You can save your progress and you can continue after 1 month also from where you stopped. But unfortunately in life, we don't have an option called as save. We can't. You can't save your progress in the gym and say 6 months later we'll continue from where we stopped. No. You have to again start from zero. Yes or no? That is why, be it gym, be it business, be it studies, be it anything in life, only a person who is consistent can achieve something. Yes or no? Let us assume every day you did not go and work out for 1 hour full josh. Half an hour you worked out. The fellow who is working out for half an hour every day for 1 year will any day beat the fellow who is working out full seriously for 1 hour just for 1 month. Stopping, restarting, stopping, restarting. You ultimately see the progress of the fellow who worked out for half an hour every day for 1 year, and you see the progress of a fellow who worked one hour very seriously, but just for 1 month break, 1 month break, 1 month break. The half an hour fellow will be somewhere in life. Yes, so it is very difficult to build momentum in life. It is very easy to break it. Correct? Same thing will happen to you in terms of your studies also. Initial days of the course, every day revise, every day practice. Life will come up with 10,000 reasons to break your momentum. There are enough and more reasons. Correct or not? If you break your momentum, let us assume on 2-3 weeks, didn't come regularly to class, didn't revise, didn't type, didn't practice. Now when the 4th week, first day you come, suddenly this entire thing will seem like rocket science. Yes or no? And you only logically think, after 1 month you stop going to the gym. Now again to restart. Don't you think it feels very bad? Oh my God, I should go again from scratch, enough. Yes or no? And mind is waiting for this, waiting for that one reason you will give yourself to not do it. That's it. It just needs one. Correct? So, it is my humble request to all of you, if you want to succeed in this course, in life, in career, whatever you decide to do, just make one thing as a main rule, which is to be consistent. That's all. There is only one formula to success, being consistent. Apply it to anything in life, you will succeed. It may take 6 months, it may take 1 year, time is secondary. Consistency is primary. And just look back once and see, from the day you were born till now, name one thing which you have put your 100% into and consistently done every day. One thing. The biggest tragedy for human beings is, in their life, they have not experienced one thing which they have done consistently. Not one. Yes or no? What kind of life is this? Correct? So please make sure. At the same time, TAP Academy has grown extremely in the last 3 years. Why? Because 7 days a week I have put my time here. Yes or no? So just imagine you do something for 7 days, 3 years straight. Whoever you are, you will succeed. Understood what I am saying? So please do that. It will make a huge difference to your life. Now, one announcement that I wanted to make. Previously also I have announced that different parts or different subjects here in TAP Academy is taken by different people. Now, my part in core Java is done, which is up until strings. Next, what is going to start is object orientation, which is completely development oriented practical subject, which is taken by Kshitij sir here at TAP Academy. Again, an extremely amazing teacher. No, every teacher here in TAP Academy is good, because if they are not good, they will not be with me. Simple as that, right? I will next be coming and teaching you when we start with front end. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node, React, all that is what next I will be teaching. Understood? So, I think now SQL is going on. The moment SQL gets over, programming classes will start. After programming classes gets over, front-end classes will start. Hope you will understand. So, it is not that I am saying tata, bye-bye to you and just disappearing. 150%. This is how we have divided it, so that every batch, every student gets the best person for the best technology. And that is how standardization is made. Am I clear till here? So, starting from tomorrow, you are going to now start with OOPS. Encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, interfaces. 5 concepts together is what is called as OOPS. Clear? which means I told you to get a job you need 5 things. Knowledge on arrays, knowledge on strings, knowledge on OOPs, knowledge on collections, knowledge on SQL. You are just 3 to 4 concepts away from being able to actually crack an interview. And whenever somebody comes, talks to you in class, shares experience, etc., you will definitely see, even if you go testimonials on Instagram, you watch, they'll always be like, what was asked in your interview? Arrays, strings, OOPs, arrays, strings, OOPs, queries, arrays, strings, OOPs, queries, yes? Correct? So that's it. Maximum 1 month from now. 1 to 1.5 months from now. Max, I'm telling you. All these concepts which I'm talking about would have got completed for you. So in my eyes, you are then job ready. Yes? After which, back end, database, front end, all that will continue. But your job should be focus on studies and also focus on placements. Maybe most of you now, you're only focusing on classes. After these 5 concepts, it should be 50-50. Class and interview should go parallelly. Interview should be given higher preference than classes. Am I clear? Because if today there is an interview, even if you're not in class, you have access to class. So interview should always take higher priority compared to class. Doesn't mean that you ignore studying. Come back home, if today at this time you have an interview, focus on the interview, go back home, recording is there, study. Understand? So it should go parallel. Clear till here? But anyways, if you want now also you can apply. Nobody will stop you at TAP Academy. Clear till here, friends? Great. So that is one thing which I wanted to speak about. So make sure all of you are utilizing it. Okay? Fine. Great. Also one more small announcement. Starting from, I think, tomorrow onwards, you will notice on the Thai platform, there are some new features which have come. I just wanted to show you. Yeah. So tests is one thing which usually if you have any tests which will be employability tests, etc., you will be taking on your platform itself. Ignoring that, if you come to assignments, in assignments, if say you for example go to programming or anything, what we are going to now do is, so one thing which all the students told us, sir, if we say solve a module, I have solved all the questions here. Now, after some 2 weeks, I want to solve it again. No way to solve. Because once you finish a module, it is locked. You cannot really solve it. So, either today or tomorrow, you are going to have one more button come here, called as practice modules. Am I clear? Once you finish a module only, that practice module option comes. If you click on a practice module, it will generate a brand new set of questions for you, which you can solve. Every single module will have at least 3 to 4 practice modules. So, same concept, you can solve 3 to 4 sets of questions. Are you able to understand? So, you will be able to practice how much ever more you want. One more thing is, if you go here and if you notice, say for example, if I go to core Java, now here say pattern programming. If you solve a question, let me just see, system.out.print less than nj plus 1, okay, let me just run this code. Are we getting it? Okay, we need a space. Okay. Now, if you submit the code, for example, what I am trying to say here is, so we have passed everything. You get something called as a code quality score, okay? Now, ignore this percentage. Basically, we have improved this in such a way that it now gives you some feedback which you can use. For example, here variable names are clear, but adding comments would enhance readability. Now let us assume many people will call variable names whatever they want. Yes or no? What this tool will now do is, it will suggest the right type of variable names. Let us assume you did not use conventions. You didn't use camel case convention. You didn't use class name capital, method name, etc. It will suggest you that also. How to make your code more readable, more understandable. Am I clear? And whatever tips it is giving you, it will give you your time complexity, it will give you space complexity. Maybe in pattern programming you will not appreciate this, because there is really, what is that pattern programming is just two loops. But when you solve array questions, string questions, collections questions, oops questions, these feedback will help you a lot. Am I clear? So every single month we are trying our best to add one or the other feature here. And that feature is not for us, it is to improve the journey of the student. That's it, ultimately. Am I clear? But please make use of all of this. Okay? Great. So today I will end the discussion here, though I know we have around 15 minutes of time. So tomorrow, same, nothing changes for you, time, everything is same. Subject from now, what you are going to start with is object-oriented programming or OOPS. Am I clear? Any doubts, please come and meet me. No doubts, I will see you next when I come back for HTML, CSS. Okay? Thank you so much.